and welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about the St Brice's Day massacre, so called because it happened on the 13th of November, which was the feast day of St Brice. So England had been ravaged by Danish raiders every year from 997 to 1001. There had been Danish raids for years before, with the English kings paying the Danish raiders to go away with Danegeld. But soon the country of England was split in two. The English kings ruled England, which was in the south and the west, and the Danish ruled Danelaw, which was in the north and the east. Some Danish people had settled in the English bit though, and there were still regular Danish raids in England. So in 1002, the English king Aethelred the Unread was told that the Danish men in England would faithlessly take his life and then all his councillors and possess his kingdom afterwards. So on this information, he ordered the deaths of all the Danes living in England. And this happened on Friday, the 13th of November, 1002. Now, it really wouldn't have been hard to get the Anglo-Saxons to rise against the Danes, because after years of raids, there were some scores to be settled. Okay, so we don't actually have that much evidence of the massacre, but it is believed that there was a significant loss of life, even though we don't have any evidence of specific estimates. But in 2008, the skeletons of 34 to 38 men aged between 16 and 25 were found during archaeological excavations at St John's College, Oxford. It is thought that these men may have been victims of the massacre. And indeed, the massacre in Oxford was justified by Aethelred in a royal charter in 1004 when they were rebuilding St Brice's church. It said, "For it is fully agreed that to all dwelling in this country it will be well known that since a decree was sent out by me with the counsel of my leading men and magnates to the effect that all the Danes who had sprung up in this island, sprouting like cockerel amongst the wheat, were to be destroyed by a most just extermination, and thus this decree was to be put into effect even as far as death. Those Danes who dwelt in the aforementioned town, striving to escape death, entered the sanctuary of Christ, having broken by force the doors and bolts, and resolved to make refuge and defence for themselves therein against the people of the town and the suburbs. But when all the people in pursuit strove force by necessary to drive them out, they could not. They set fire to the planks and burnt, as it seems, this church with its ornaments and its books. Afterwards, with God's aid, it was renewed by me." Now, one person thought to have been killed during this massacre was a woman called Gunhild. She was the wife of Pallid Toggenson, who was a Danish ealdorman of Devonshire. Now, some versions say that Pallid may have also died during the massacre, but others say that after his wife's death, even though he had been loyal to the Anglo-Saxons, he deflected to the Danish raiders on the south coast. But unlucky for Aethelred, Gunhild also happened to be the sister of Sweyn Forkbeard, who was king of Denmark. So of course Sweyn was unhappy about what happened to his sister and the Danish in England. So he started carrying out raids on England from 1002 to 1013. But in 1013, Sweyn decided to launch a full-scale invasion of England, usurping Aethelred from the throne and becoming the first Danish king of England. So that was the St Brice's Day massacre. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.